Exclusive to KTVU. CHP investigators were in Oakland trying to locate some stolen property, but instead they uncovered a massive illegal marijuana operation. The site was a warehouse along 5th Street, visible from Highway 880. And KTVU's Janet Katsuyama joins us now to show us what they found inside and then why investigators say these types of operations are so dangerous.
Yes, they're very, very concerned about these kinds of things, Claudine. And it really came as a surprise to the CHP, who discovered the marijuana last Tuesday. Today, officials told me they finished processing the scene and found more than 25,000 of these plants. People renting spaces next to the illegal operation didn't want to be on camera, but they told me the grower would leave the doors wide open and was so casual about the cannabis, they thought it was legitimate. When CHP investigators rolled up to this Oakland warehouse parking lot along the 1300 block of 5th Street, they were looking for 2 stolen trailers.
When they arrived, these 2 trailers are immediately next to a large warehouse, and part of our operation and our search warrant is to allow us to enter that warehouse and make sure there's not people inside.
And that's when their cargo theft investigation took an unexpected turn.
When these investigators made entry into that building, they entered a room with what they believed at the time to be hundreds of marijuana plants.
Inside the warehouse, they found a massive illegal marijuana cultivation operation. The Department of Cannabis Control was called in, and these pictures show how they seized 25,000 cannabis plants valued at more than $20 million.
The majority of the plants were relatively small because it was likely a clone factory. So it was intended to develop lots of plants for sale to others.
The Cannabis Control's commander, Kevin McInerney, says they also seized 2 firearms and illegal pesticides.
No pesticides that are labeled in other than English are allowed for use in the United States. Plus, we don't really know what the pesticides are.
McInerney says the illicit market is large, and according to state data, Alameda County has been one of the most active sites in the state for illegal cannabis operation busts.
It completely undermines the legal market, and the legal market provides safe products that have been tested, have been grown safely, organically, versus the illicit market where there's heavy metals, pesticides, potential exposure to herbicides.
The Department of Cannabis Control is also concerned about links to organized crime.
All we're doing by making purchases from the illicit market is funding more money to the Chinese money laundering organizations that launder the money for the Mexican cartels.
And again, a lot of concern there, too, about the quality. If it gets into the market and people are consuming it, who knows what it is that they could be ingesting.
Yeah, all those regulations are important.
And so far, they say that there have been no arrests, so this is an active investigation right now.
And they've talked about what problems it can cause. Is it part of a larger problem? Like how big of a problem is this in California where they make busts like these?
They do. They have Fish and Game. They have this Department of Cannabis Control. And they said that last year, the state's Unified Cannabis Enforcement Task Force actually seized more than $254 million of illegal cannabis plants and products. So it's out there. They just want the public to be aware these kinds of unregulated products could be very dangerous.
All right. Janet Katsuyama, thanks so much for that report.